Shalom Akim, Shalom Akwathiam. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakakradash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I had this experience today and I wanted to share with you, beloved brothers and sisters, and I hope through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh it is edifying. And I'll be concise to get to the point because I'm a little short on time. But for whatever reason today, I'm sure many of you beloved brothers and sisters have, whatever organization you work for. If you're on direct deposit, I'm sure you have your account set up this way too as well, as to where you get paid early. You don't have to wait all the way to Friday. Some of us will get our checks deposited on Thursdays, some of us on Wednesday. But for whatever reason, I'm supposing that there was a glitch in the system, and there was a host of us that just simply didn't get paid. You see, the beauty of the scriptures is not only does it teach us what happened aforetime, the things are written aforetime are written for our learning, but it also gives us prophecy, what's going to happen up and coming in the future. But also the scriptures are very practical in day-to-day life. All right, and what do I mean by that? Because when I checked my account and I saw that my paycheck wasn't deposited, yes, it was concerning. However, I want to share this with you. To the best of your ability, you want to make sure that you're saving money. When you have an opportunity, you're investing money. Maybe you're into stocks, maybe you're into shares, so on and so forth. Or you have various pockets where you can draw money from. Yes, even in an economy like we live in, you still want to have something on standby in case you don't get paid. All right. Now let me come out of this here, because even the scriptures, it teaches us to operate with that level of wisdom. And how do we know? Proverbs chapter 21 verse 20, and it reads, "There is desirable treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise." Now, this precept is twofold, because we know the scriptures sometimes they're dark sayings. Yes, that treasure and oil, that's the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but also that treasure and oil is your money, your finances, your resources, and so on, right? Continuing on. "But a foolish man squandereth it." If I'm sure all of us, especially in the quote unquote black families, there's certain family members, they always have a few dollars. There's certain family members, they never have money, ever. All right, let's come out of this here, right? Let's grab a few precepts. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 21, and it reads, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it." When you're in this truth of ours, the Lord will put thoughts on your mind that'll help you move financially in a different fashion. I'm gonna share this experience with you as well. I remember when the squid piss was made mandatory. I remember when the employer, that I was working for, was talking about terminating me if I didn't take the squid ink, right? I remember, and I still have these same stocks now that I was going to cash in, and it was going to sustain me and my family for a couple of months, right? And I still have those same shares now that if push come to shove, I can sell them, cash them in, and it sustain me, right? Let's come from here. And that's what the Lord will put on your mind, how to maneuver, how to move money around, how to create a second hustle for yourself. We're Israelites, man, right? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 2, and it reads, "Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. Do you not know, pardon me, you do not know what disaster may come upon the land." Yes, investing is not wicked, right? Remember, the scriptures tells us to use the world, but don't abuse this world, right? New Living Translation. "But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risk might lie ahead." We already know that this society is going to crash, but anything could happen in your day-to-day life, in your week-to-week, in your month-to-month, in your comings and goings, right? Okay, let's come from here. I only get one more precept because I gotta go, right? And of course, my phone would glitch, and when I'm short on time, let me go back in it and we'll finish here. This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7, and it reads, "One pretends to be rich, yet has nothing." I'm sure we all know jakes like that in the world. But continuing on, "Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth." And through the Spirit, that's us. We're pretending to be poor, but this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding gives us great wealth. And even with dealing with your finances, You know, if you have a few shekels, you have more than the next man, by way of investments and or saving, you still pretend as though you poor. Because we all know these jakes in the world, they'll ask you for it. But I just wanted to share that with you. We got to be wise about how we operate, how we move, because things are going to happen that's going to come up, that's going to occur. But you have to have those resources stored up, for a rainy day, so to speak. And I hope that this quick video has been edifying. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.